With another video today. I don't like giving shout outs, but
I don't know what was going on, but I get the ball back. You already know what it is. I never miss twice. You will never catch me missing twice in this game. Now look at his teammate. He already know the game's over, bro. He's playing Ronnie 2K. He know he has no chance. So he's just flopping out of bounds, and I'm just cooking this man. He don't know what he's doing. He's running in circles. Hold up. You see I'm pulling that hop step right there and getting the green light in his face. Who else you know making patch-made green shots, bro? What other YouTuber you know that makes patch-made green shots? Nobody. Y'all can't name one. Well, you see Ronnie 2K.
oh my god, why are you always inviting your little tiny friends? And then saying, not A-Town. I'm talking about like y'all other friends. And saying to tell me not to give me shout outs. They need to sub to me first to get a shout out.
What you just said? What? Did you just like give you a shout out on YouTube?
No. Give you a shout out. But you have to sub to him first. After the YouTube channel.
Alright, hold on. I'll ask you one tomorrow. Cause I'm about to play my cousin. Unless you wanna join me.
What, did you want?
Jam on the group.
Wait, what's your cousin? I thought I was
Just who are you bringing? Just. Ricky, who you gonna be with, bro?
yeah, mate. It's like a friend. Oh, I got defensive stopper. Yeah, look at them right there. I can get a rebound over here. Oh, this is yeah, you can't play for back up. You can't do it. You can't do it like that. He's trying to get off of the rebound.
Josh.
Just try to hit 2K likes. I'll drop another gameplay on Ronnie 2K. But if y'all new, make sure y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, bro.
I'm going to get that.
Reggie.
What?
Who you bringing?
My grass. It's not good.
Oh, you gonna bring that grass? Just who you bring?
I brought my
I got my shirt.
It's off. He made that. Has made. He made it. I think I was supposed to, yeah. He made it. I think I was supposed to.
Guys, quickly, you have 10 seconds. Real words, okay? Alright, I'm being sarcastic. These are mean words that you guys leave in the comments, and I get judged. Be real. Like, I just can't believe that my who he is. No, Mom.
Jersey, what are you doing?
I'm not even trying.
What's in the video?
But my friend, he went through so much crap, like family and people not respecting.
What you're watching my live stream? Yeah. I don't know.
His name.
Slimmy Jim, I do not give a shit.
I know you do that.
Oh my god. Tell me this is a good shot. Oh my god.
I was even trying, bro. Come on. I was running up the court.
I'm in your pocket.
He shot randomly. Nobody was in the paint. I said,
Should we have Justin? You aren't gonna do it.
What? What does green up? Break up.
I get break up like
Let me see it, okay? I'm gonna show you something.
no, I just gotta make it.
Somebody
Give me that.
Yes.
Do I have to read on the
Something personal.
Come on, what's on the course? I got my own rebound after I missed it later. Let's get calm down.
Hold on, I'm watching a 2K18 trailer.
But, Adam Pictures, he needs me. He's my major.
Because I might get it. You know how I told you I was selling candy?
Okay.
I got
Get your crap out of
$47.
here, cheese.
Oh, just you so careful. You need 6.
Red Star Hall of Fame.
I know.
Just a quick.
Got booked at Hall of Fame.
Did you change your vote? Oh, I see. What? What?
Okay, you put that thing, that hurts right there.
Why?
Mom, this is a YouTube video. I'm pranking you. I'm not gay. Mom, you really thought that? Really? No, are you being honest?
You really did show that.
Mom, that's amazing that you're so like, I don't know, you're cool with it, you know, that's awesome.
He's so
No, I know, Mom. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm not gay. This was a prank. I've been dating Maddie. No, Mom, I'm not bisexual, Mom. This is a prank. Like, I'm recording you for a YouTube video. Mom, are you serious? Yes, I am.
I'm not gonna change my phone.
Mom, you know,
I accept you for who you are, honey. You don't have to, worry about telling me.
Mom, I can't believe you always thought I was gay, though. Is that for real? Like, are you joking, or is this, like, for YouTube? I mean, I'm just trying to know, Mom.
What? No, I ain't gay. What do you mean?
Like, you really thought I was gay?
Uh-huh.
God.
Or did you think...
Still record.
Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Berg, and here on this channel, we often talk about pretty scary things, but they're usually fictional. They're top 10 vicious when food started disappearing from his apartment. So the man decided to set up cameras all around the place in the hope of catching. She was a burglar, and she'd just come to steal some stuff when he was out, and so he rang the police. But when officers searched the place, they found the 58-year-old woman hiding in the top of a cupboard designed to store bedding and mattresses. What? This was just enough room for her to lie down, and she had been living in the cupboard the whole time, lying there perfectly still in the dark, just meters away from him, waiting for him to leave so she could use the house as if it were her own. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm going to do a quick check of every single cupboard in my house when I get home, and by quick,
What?
10 hours. Next to number 9 now, we have
Shit, I have a glass cleaner.
not ready for those with a delicate stomach, so
I have a glass cleaner locked down.
Armin visited a little-known website called The
Playmaker.
He posted a list looking for a well-built 18 to 25-year-old.
I don't want to run fours. Fours is too much.
His words, not mine. Yeah, normally
There's too much people on the court and then nobody passes it.
partner and be slaughtered.
They pass it to the wrong person.
Amazingly, a few people actually replied and then backed out, presumably when they realized it was insane. But one man, Bernard Brandes, actually went to Armin's house. They then made a video of Armin putting on his
Who, me? How do you guys know? Who told you that?
got burnt apparently, so he gave his torch with his hand. As Brandes went to death in the bathtub, Armin gave him alcohol and 20 sleeping pills and then read a Star Trek book for 3 hours.
So then you want me to go on the superstar grind?
Then killed him and then froze the flesh for 10 months while he lived on it and ground the birds into flour. Amazingly, he was only cool when he posted online about a year looking for his next meal and victim and bragged about what had happened before. He is now serving life in prison. Moving on to number 8 now, we have the Silent Twins. Jasper and June, the Gibbons twins from the UK, were known as the Silent Twins because they only ever talked to each other. There's sisterly love, and then there was this. The girls were absolutely obsessed with each other and gradually began to shun the community around them, who were not very welcoming to the girls. Eventually, they developed their own language and started communicating and committing crimes together, such as arson. This led them to be committed to a mental health institution for 40 years. June later said the whole thing went too far, and although we longed to be normal, we couldn't break out. It was too late for the twins, but our personalities clashed. She wrote in her diary that her sister was a dark shadow, robbing her of sunlight. Our psychologists deemed them deeply disturbed, and the girls felt so trapped, they said the only way that one of them could live a normal life was if the other one died.
Until one of them but that's gold. Because I hope I got you too. Just tell me. Why?
Actually.
Yo guys, I'm gonna go to my friend's party, alright? And then I'm gonna make a new party and invite you, alright? Yeah, Jaden. What's good? Jenny, you know how to get defensive stopper?
Yeah. I haven't put my playmate too.
Was it easy to get?
I have no idea, it just popped up out of nowhere. Like defensive stopper is like I think it's when they're on a fast break. The other team's on a fast break and you have to stop them.
My friends are telling me to play fours. The people that were in Dumb Boy's party. I'm like, I'm not trying to play fours.
Damn, I don't want this. Oh, you're trying to run Andy up?
Nah, I don't have enough VC.
I have 10k.
No doubt, cause you could snag.
I was playing yesterday and I was on I was on a 5-game win streak on the fours court in Antioch.
Hi, airboard. I was in Jaden's party. Wait, done. You want done? Wait, let me talk. Done. Do you want me to go get my lockdown?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna run with you guys, but we're not running fours.
Wait, run with me. We can pull up on that. We might pull up on that. We might pull up on that. You can't got rebound.
Hey, how about we do 2 centers?
No. They do that too, watch me.
Now how about no? Let's play. How about if we see a wide open 2 score and play that?
Yeah, wide open 2 score. Let's try to go to 100. You get I don't know how much VC. You get like 100 VC for that. No, you get more than 100. You get like 700. It's fun. So y'all let us score 20, then we'll let y'all score 20.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Oh yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, I've been trying to find people to do that jump, but nobody will do it.
Exactly.
Like, and there's this, because you look so faster like that too.
I get 50 points. Yeah, that's what you do. Oh yeah, he's not. But I go hop on, got next with them just now. Because we took a gun. We're only about 6.
Oh, green up. Well, no, white up. I am a sharpshooter.
I know I'm done with finger in a shot, and I'm gonna blast him in a circle. Anyway, Jimmy died.
No, I am a shot creator.
I am too.
You're scared to get this work. Scared to get that work.
I'm about to guy your baby mama and skeet up on her face.
Cut off their body parts to keep as trophies before placing them back in the graves. Then he stepped up and began a killing spree before police finally caught. When they discovered the dismembered body of a woman in his farmhouse shed, investigators were also horrified by what else they found. A freshly cooked human heart on the stove, ready to be eaten. He made drinking bowls out of their skulls, and the creepiest thing, I think, was what he had done with his victim's skin. He used them to make furniture, face masks, and women's skin. I know the horror movie plastics were inspired by this, but yeah, they can't really touch on that. This really was at the
You're reaching. Thank you. You need it, GG.
That's not.
Yeah, say no more, because we have that center. Gotta have that one center.
Bro, this thing is like a closed game, bro. It's 108 to 107. Bro, pass it to me. Pass it to me. Pass it to me, yeah. Oh. Oh, I just bricked. It's my lockdown.
I think you're talking about.
Yeah, that guy feels sick.
Look, Connie even rubbed off the veins for you.
Let's go. Why did you do it? You can speed move, Justin. I don't know how you speed move.
You're playing my career?
No, because your height is supposed to be 6'2" under.
Yeah,
I'm sure. That's a GG.
and you can.
Don't give me slashing. All I gotta do is go away. What you doing? Selling her already. Selling her already. Selling her already. Selling her already. Oh, come here. Oh, shoot that. Oh. Get saucy. Get saucy with him. Get saucy with him. Me too.
Jersey, you run down God. Okay.
What?
Are you playing on the camera?
You want me to change the camera angle?
Yeah, why are you playing it?
How if I like?
You play like that playing so hard.
I'll get a board. Oh my god. So freaking close to what?
What's the rebound in Hall of Fame, bro? You just need like 1,200 rebounds or something. Yeah. And I'm getting all these offensive rebounds. Last game I got like 16 offensive rebounds. This game I got 10. It's only the third quarter. That's a good, right? It's only the third quarter, so I could get more. God damn it, again. I don't know, yeah, pickpocket and diamond. And you can steal the ball at the arm. You can't steal the ball. Bro, Rafa, you need to pickpocket this with me. This how you can do the pickpocket. Cool. Let me shoot. You trash, you're not shooting. You ready to shoot? Pickpocket the flower thing. Shoot that. Oh my god. Why are you dancing?
I'm trying to get posterizer.
Oh yeah, you won't be dunking in the park. You won't be dunking on people in the park. You won't be posting people up and nothing. I play grass and we won't do that. I don't get posted. I know how to get posted. I'm gonna just say shoot full court, get the rebound, then put it back up.
Yeah, no duh. No duh, I don't know how to get hustle rebounder. That's how I got it.
I got it easy. I got it the hard way, and I still got it before you. You get better.
Yes.
I didn't have this in my.
How about?
Well, doing that breaks the whole thing already.
We ain't got bad for years. How about right now? This game about to be real quick.
Who, Justice?
No. Bro, I saw that shot. How did he make that?
Who, Justice? He got off my Bronx dimer. See, look, I can show you how dimer. Look at that. See, look, it's Chase Down Artist. That's the dimer. I am a dribble guard with my lockdown. Guard up.
You're trash,
At least I can do a better demigod glitch than you. Oh, there's something in my eye and I still snag a board. Get a board.
You wouldn't be doing from 2K, do it. You wouldn't be doing. Do it bad. You know that, right? It got board out of me, of course. He did it. It's usually that it's that board. He ended the win grab over and watched that. You wouldn't be doing. I'm not doing like that. I don't care. Like, I could be stressed cleaner if I wanted to, but I don't. And I could be a lockdown and shit. No. Do it. Bro, you have to go diner. I'm Germany to go.
She had scratches on her forehead and bruises on her fingers. It looked like she had tried desperately to get out of the casket and had hurt herself. She was pronounced dead again at the hospital and buried for a second time. Some people say she didn't actually die the first time and instead might have woken up inside the coffin and died from lack of oxygen. And finally now, at number 1, we have Rodney Alcala. This man is a convicted rapist and serial killer who has been sentenced to death for the murder of 5 women between 1978 and 1979. The scary thing is, it's thought he could have killed as many as 50. Right in the middle of this killing spree, Rodney Alcala was accepted as a contestant on the dating game TV show where men compete for a date with a bachelorette. In the TV footage, it's incredibly disturbing to see this man flirting with women as he had just killed 2 women recently.
Oh, the banana, and I looked really good.
Not long after, Rodney Alcala would go on to kill 2 more women. Horrifyingly, he actually beat the other contestants. The only sliver of light in this dark story is the fact that the woman that he won the date with eventually refused to go on the date with him because she found him creepy. I hope someone studied her superhuman senses because that woman was on the ball. Well guys, what do you think of all of those? Are you creeped out? Do you want a part 3? Perhaps what's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you in your lives? I'll join you in the comment section for this one to hear your stories, and because I trust that you guys are telling the truth, I might even put it in the next part, who knows. You've been watching Most Amazing Top 10 guys, my name's Danny Burke, and I'll see you all in the next video.
There he is, about 3. Just try to. No, 3. It's like a game, but he kind of said no. And our stretch did act like he came here.
Laura just peed in the restaurant. We don't have any backup clothes for her. Hide and go seek.
This is the exact spot. Right here. How long ago was it?
And I thought for a long time it might be here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Massage my shoulder.
Train's going on.
I'm here.
Jeremy and I spent 2 years, I think, in the basement of that red house. Third one down. So this is where we were living when Elise was born. So when you very first came home from the hospital, we were here. The day we found out you were a baby girl, we were here. Really? Yep, let's see it. Alright, this is it. H4. So Laura just said when we got in the car, I want to see the house where I was born at. And Isaac goes, that's the house we currently live in. And I'm like, really? Jeremy and I have moved so much, but we've been in the same house now for 4 years. And so it's just crazy to me that she was actually born in the house that we live in.
Finally hit the point where Laura needs to go to
Laura's
sleep.
tired. Alright, so now we're taking Isaac to his first house. This is where we were living when we found out we were pregnant with him, when we found out he was a little boy, and where he was born and came home to. Ready to see it? Let's do it. And up the stairs to number 6. And this house right here is the first place we lived when we were married. We lived in the basement apartment, which was actually pretty nice. It was probably one of the nicer places we lived. That's it. That little basement spot down there. And Jeremy is going to go knock on their door.
So there's a box that I lost that's super important to me. It has a bunch of my original videos. After my parents got divorced, I would watch some of our home videos over and over and over again. So I kept those in the box. And a lot of my first editing things I did are in that box. And I haven't had it for over 10 years, and I've been so sad about it. And I thought for a long time it might be here, so I'm gonna come and look. So I knocked on the door, and there's a cute little newlywed couple there, and I explained to them my story. They're letting me come in and check. I just had to park the van. So let's see if the box is there. All right, so here's the crawl space back here. Every time I think about that box, I think it's in here. It might not be, but I hope it is. It'll be so exciting.
No, because I can't. My controller can be really hard to. Good. You could do it without taking the ball off.
The box wasn't there. The search continues. I'm not giving up. It's too sad to think that it was found at some point along the way and got thrown away. So I'll just continue to hope and to search. I've lived in a lot of places.
I'll be right back.
It's got to be out there somewhere.
Good night.
Thought she was dehydrated or had a migraine, and now she's just been throwing up.
This is a big emergency.
Oh, are you playing music? You're like making songs?
So last time I saw Jessica, we were both pregnant. And now we have little Janae and little Duncan. And they're both so cute. We're not pregnant anymore. Yeah!
Sailors with the 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit learn how to escape from a submerged aircraft while training at the Helicopter Underwater Egress Trainer aboard Camp Lejeune, North Carolina on August 28, 2013. This training allowed the Marines to practice evacuating from an aircraft after a crash at sea. This is a requirement for all 24th MEU Marines who will ride in an aircraft over water.
Very worthwhile and realistic, especially since they started off the class showing a video of a actual helicopter crash. So everybody was in the mindset that it was worthwhile and necessary training.
It is a completely unnatural act to be upside down in gear underwater with blackout goggles on. So they do a great job of telling you what to expect. They do a couple of run-throughs, sweat chairs where they flip you and you're just sitting in a chair, and then they give you the instruction you need to get through it. So.
Much real life,
situations you can to get yourself used to practice for, to get out of is always a good thing. I think prior to that, it'd be real hard if I was in any kind of helicopter crash in the water. I definitely had no idea.
Take a breath. Remember to take that last breath before you are underwater. You can't breathe for, 20 seconds, however long it takes you to get your air. Definitely realistic. It's very hard to describe being turned over upside down underwater without actually doing it. So the realism there is certainly helpful to build your confidence.
They do have windows in your way that you have to get through. On a 53 you pull in, on a 46 you pull out, and there's a pull tab that's going to loosen the gasket. You get to practice that. On a 22 you have to turn a handle and then the door pulls in. You actually practice that. Before it was just a bunch of open holes in a can that was underwater. So you just wait and swim out. This you actually have to do the steps that you're going to have to do if you need this training. It's like teaching someone how to shoot dry fire, but never putting bullets in the weapon, so they don't understand what they're really going to run into. You can have a great sight alignment type picture. Until that weapon kicks, you don't know what it feels like.
I thought it was pretty useful. If I ever go down in a helicopter, I'll feel pretty safe trying to get out. It was probably some of the funnest training I've had so far.
All know that military forces around the world require their troops to go through strenuous physical training.
We know that very few people ever win the lottery to begin with, and it seems like the homeless have worse luck than the rest of us already. It might surprise you to know that there are many stories of people with nothing who ended up with a substantial something after playing the lottery. Meet some formerly homeless people who won big when Lady Luck smiled at them. For your chance at winning big, be sure to click the subscribe and notification buttons. Wow, you won a lifetime supply of videos from the richest. Awesome job. Michael Engfors. Michael Engfors was left homeless following a divorce and the collapse of his business. For 6 years, he lived on the streets of Aspen, Colorado, and stayed at a local homeless shelter when possible. One day, he spent $10 on a scratch ticket at a gas station, and to his absolute shock, he won $500,000. The odds of winning on that particular ticket were 840,000 to 1, and Engfors managed to come out on top. Instead of heading out to a luxury hotel, he spent the weekend sleeping on the floor of a church before the shelter director could drive into the lottery office to claim his prize. Jeremy Kowalis, an employee at the Aspen shelter, nicer guy. When asked what he planned to do with the money, Engfors claimed he looked forward to reconnecting with his daughter now that he has the means to do so. In true Colorado fashion, he announced that he also wanted to get a pair of skis. While Engfors would frequently spend $1 or $2 on scratch tickets, that particular day he decided to splurge and opt for a $10 ticket instead. Sometimes the best decision really is to treat yourself. Eric. Pulling a prank on a homeless person sounds terrible, but one viral video prank ended up going extremely well for a homeless man known as Eric. YouTuber Magic of Rahat provided Eric with a fake lottery ticket with a real prize of $1,000. When Eric won the lottery, he was overjoyed and immediately tried to share his winnings with Rahat, claiming that he didn't need all of that money. The video was a huge hit, but gathered mixed reactions. Everyone was touched by Eric's humble reaction to his windfall, but many criticized Rahat for exploiting Eric for his own gain. Regardless of their feelings about the video, many people opened up their own pockets for Eric. He collected over $40,000 in donations after the video went up, which is over double the initial fundraising goal of $20,000. Rahat helped Eric use the money to pay the rent on a completely furnished home for an entire year. Eric even paid it forward and donated $1,000 to another homeless man, which would allow him to rent a hotel room for an entire month. Derek Mabusu. Many of us have reluctantly coughed up a few dollars to put into our co-workers from Omaha, Nebraska, thousands of dollars of his winnings to the local homeless community. Each Christmas, significantly. For over a decade, Derek has made this his Christmas tradition. Maybe these homeless people didn't buy the actual winning lottery ticket themselves, but for over 10 years, they have truly won the lottery. Glenn Williams. They might say that you can't win if you don't play, but Glenn Williams proves that isn't always the case thanks to the generosity of Sophia Andrade from Massachusetts. Compared to the other people on our list, Sophia's scratch ticket winning was a paltry sum, $200. But to many people, that's a substantial windfall, and it certainly was to Glenn. With temperatures plummeting, Glenn stood on the side of the road, hoping for spare change, when Sophia spotted him and picked him up for some hot food and coffee. After learning that he had nowhere to go for the night, she used the money she had won to buy him 3 nights at a hotel. Giving your lottery winnings away would be enough for most people, but Sophia started a GoFundMe on behalf of Glenn and raised over $15,000 in just 2 days. People were happy to
I need 2 more bars.
You're done.
What?
If I fall asleep on the mic, call me an IMO, alright? Because I could hear that, alright? What?
You wanna go to park?
Say it again?
You wanna go to park?
Her story quickly made headlines, and it seemed like everything was going her way.
Nah, like every single time I'm a heavy sleeper, I only wake up if I hear loud noises.
However, she claims that she accidentally
Like the IMO thing.
a homeless man who was standing outside of a shop. According to the homeless man, he gave Emily money to purchase the ticket because he knew that she had won previously and thought she would bring him luck. Emily's side of the story was that she mistakenly handed the man her ticket when she was just trying to give him cash. The clerk at the time claims that she handed over the ticket intentionally. Emily urged the man who chose to remain anonymous to share the money with her, but the resulting public backlash on her was immediate. For some reason, people didn't enjoy seeing a millionaire try to take money away from a homeless man. You might not win thousands playing the lottery, but you might just get the answer to our trivia question right. If you're tempted to go out and buy some Powerball tickets after watching this video, just how good are your odds of winning the grand prize? We'll tell you if you should pick those numbers at the end of the video. Wilbur Herbert Jr. For a long period of his life, Wilbur Herbert Jr. was homeless and living on the street. He had been declared disabled and was unable to work or afford even his basic living expenses. Thankfully, he eventually reconnected with his brother and sister-in-law who were eager to help him get back on his feet. His sister-in-law even encouraged him to take part in the incredible $1.6 billion Powerball jackpot. Wilbur purchased and actually slept through the draw, only finding out that he had won the next day. He was in shock, and when he contacted his brother, he didn't believe him at first. Wilbur's sister-in-law says that this money will change Wilbur's life forever and is the boost that he needed to get back on his feet. Steve Forick. If you're sleeping rough, things seem like they can't get much more frustrating. Steve Forick found out the hard way that they can by winning the lottery and yet not receiving a penny. Steve lives in Vancouver, Canada, where he played an $8 game of Keno. He had never played before and was shocked when he won a prize of $25,000. The catch is that because he doesn't have a valid form of identification, Steve was unable to actually receive his prize. He claims he lost his ID during a period of upheaval and never saw the need to replace it. Steve ended up homeless after his marriage fell apart and he was left saddled with debt and suffering from depression. He claims that he lives day to day, taking temporary jobs when he can. To replace his photo identification card, he needs a copy of his birth certificate, and to get a copy of his birth certificate, he needs a photo identification card. Thankfully, 8 months after he won, Steve was finally able to collect his winnings thanks to the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation that heard his story and stepped in to help. He used the money to rent a condo and was able to secure a job with a construction company. Dennis Mahirin. After winning the lottery, you would think your first step would be to secure housing if you didn't already have a place to stay. But for Dennis Mahirin,
yo, A-Town, what court are you at?
Necessary. For over 2 decades, Dennis has lived in a tent situated in a homeless encampment in Bloomington, Illinois. One day he decided to treat himself to a scratch ticket and found that he had won a $50,000 jackpot. Although he was shocked and delighted with his win, Dennis decided that the money would be best spent helping others. Sandra Rankin, who works at the gas station where Dennis bought the ticket, claims that Dennis is a regular in the shop and has always been a very kind man with a great sense of humor. Dennis decided to divvy up his winnings amongst the people who live in his homeless community, rather than keep it all for himself. Although he isn't completely selfless and has announced that he plans to buy a bigger tent for himself to live in. Crystal Nelson. Despite living in a vehicle, Crystal Nelson considered herself to be fairly lucky. She had won $1,000 in the lottery here and there, which is more than most of us ever will. Due to unfortunate circumstances, Crystal found herself living in a truck with a friend and working as a carrier for the local newspaper. One day she purchased a Powerball ticket, hoping for the best, and ended up winning a $50,000 prize on that ticket. She has big plans for the money and intends to get an apartment, purchase a new vehicle, and maybe even go on vacation to visit her brother in Arizona. Crystal claims that she doesn't intend to change her lifestyle and still plans to take things one day at a time, but she is looking forward to owning a few items to make her life a bit easier. Calling a parking lot your home gets rather depressing, and Crystal is excited to finally have a place to call her very own. Once her own place is secure, she wants to use some of the money to help her brother pay off his house so he can own something as well. John Michael LeBlanc. One homeless man went from happy to sad in rapid succession when he discovered a winning scratch ticket and then was prosecuted for cashing it in. John Michael LeBlanc thought it was his lucky day when he found a scratch ticket worth $260. But it turns out that it had been lost by a woman earlier that day who had taken a photo of it on her phone. When the woman reported it missing at the police station, John was prosecuted for cashing in the ticket. He claims the classic legal defense of finders keepers, which didn't go over well with the magistrate. He was ordered to pay back $260 in compensation, which he had already spent on a bus ticket, and was fined an additional $130 on top of that for the charge of stealing by finding. Fortunately, the story doesn't end there. Local residents Kylie Ann Ware and Cameron Elliott were outraged at the verdict and offered to pay the fine for him. In addition, the pair were able to raise over $1,300 for John once word about the verdict got out. So what are the odds of you winning a Powerball jackpot? Based on all the possible numerical combinations, your odds are about 1 in 292 million. Yikes, we definitely wouldn't bet on those odds. What would be the first thing you would do if you won the lottery? Would you buy a giant mansion, fill your garage with incredible cars, or just pay off your crushing student loan debt? Tell us your game plan for your imaginary wealth in the comment section. Before you head out to buy some scratchers, be sure to like our video and subscribe for more. See you next time.